Well, good morning. It is Friday, May the 23rd. Good to have you with us on this episode of Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live at the HCCTV studios this Friday morning. It's Film Friday. It's finally Friday. Hey, and it's a 3-day weekend, by the way. Joining me now is my co-host, Dr. Lana Pagao, and thanks for stepping in this morning, Lana. We appreciate you joining us.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, it's a Friday. Thank goodness, huh?
It's a Friday and we got a 3-day weekend. We talked about it earlier this week. It's finally here.
Yes, it's going to be a very, very good long weekend, but hot. It's supposed to be hot.
Yeah. Well, it's Houston. I checked. I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm heading up to Boston. And believe it or not, I looked up there. Yesterday, it was rainy there, and their high was like in the 40s, but the feels like temperature was 33 degrees. And I'm like, are you kidding me at the end of May?
Wow. Yeah, I'm supposed to be there in early July. So, yeah, I'm curious what it's going to be like then.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it'll probably be very pleasant then, unlike here in Houston. So that's just what it's like in Houston in late spring and summer. But we're glad to be here this morning. We're glad that you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch us live Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. on our Facebook and YouTube channels. But Lana, they can also catch us on a cable channel and in social media anytime.
Yeah, we are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So, Lana, you're going to be talking with this next guest. We're celebrating Asian American storytelling on this Film Friday. Tengah Nguyen is the director of HAAPIFEST, and which is the Houston Asian American Pacific Islander Film Festival. Tengah, good to see you again. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to hearing about the festival. I think you were on the show last year, so we're looking forward to getting an update from you this year. So stick around. Lana will be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay, we're going to kick things off. And as we mentioned, it's Memorial Day weekend. Getting together with the family, yeah, that can be stressful at times. Dr. Katrina Gary-Forte has joined us now. Welcome back to the show, Katrina. Good to see you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we all want everyone to have a good time with friends and family this 3-day weekend, but we need to be aware of what you say is could be trouble ahead. Let's start with heightened exposure to triggers during these such times. What might those be?
Sure. So especially with Memorial Day this weekend, those gatherings typically involve alcohol, drugs, and other social pressures, which can be really strong relapse triggers for individuals in recovery. Now, with these family gatherings, it can become more intense with some of the pressures and emotions that arise while being around family.
Well, I know I was listening to a radio show the other day, and the host had a guest on, and what he didn't tell the guest that he invited her mother to call into the show, and this was a young lady on the show, and immediately the mom started talking to the guest, and you could feel the tension. And they had a conversation. And then when she left the guest, or when the mother hung up the phone, the guest was saying, my mom just stresses me out. And it kind of highlights, I guess, there's some weird family dynamics that can be thrown into things that can really be stressful to people, even when you're on the air.
Absolutely. Family dynamics can be both complex and stressful. Many times people only see certain family members a few times a year, weddings, funerals, holidays. So sometimes tense and unresolved family relationships may resurface during such gatherings. And obviously, alcohol and drugs can intensify those tensions, or some individuals choose to turn to substances to interact with those family members.
Right. And you also said there, even though this is Memorial Day, which is in essence, it's really a solemn holiday, but we celebrate it in this country. And it gives a illusion of celebration that comes these times of year.
Absolutely. Holiday environments may normalize or glorify, substance use. You light up the pit with a beer, things of that nature during the holidays with families. So it can make it that much harder for people in recovery to stay sober. Additionally, if people are drinking or seeing a lot of people drinking in their recovery, the attention soon turns to the individual who's not drinking, added additional pressures to that individual.
Now, how can you plan ahead? I guess if you're in recovery or if you just want to avoid touchy situations with family members, how can you plan ahead for support?
So some recommendations I give my clients are to attend support meetings directly before and after family events. Already have an exit strategy and plan. Remind yourself why you're sober or why you're not partaking in certain activities, and keep your hands busy. Play with the children of the family, play cards, dominoes, whatever games you can play to stay busy.
What are some of the ways that you mentioned to your clients on being creative about staying sober?
Create a solid plan. No one can dictate what's going to happen, but if you have a plan of action in place, then you do have some strategies to exit. Also, bring your own beverages. I love myself the sparkling water. And sometimes you can have beverages that people don't know are non-alcoholic and they won't ask questions. Focus on self-care. Sometimes, unfortunately, you have to avoid certain people and places. A big one I tell them is to volunteer or give back and to celebrate differently.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in some cases it's not bad to just say no when you feel like I don't want to go to that family gathering. I'm sorry, but I have other plans.
Absolutely. That is, boundaries. Those are boundaries, and we all have to learn to get comfortable executing those.
Now, you recommended staying connected to recovery tools. What are some of those, and where can people find those?
I just tell my clients and myself a quick Google search will bring you to a plethora of recovery and sobriety tools. SAMHSA's website, WebMD has tips for staying sober, and then you have your groups like Smart Recovery or AANANCA, Alcohol Anonymous, and then Narcotic and Cocaine Anonymous. Those will show you meetings all around the world as well as virtual meetings. And finally, if someone's in a crisis, they can call 988.
And I imagine there are also other things to identify as well. I mean, you can go to a party and not drink. If you're sober, though, and you go to a party and you get upset with everybody and you start hollering at them, getting in arguments, then I guess you have to address it's something, I guess, like emotional sobriety, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because that could be someone's breaking point. It could throw them over the edge, that interaction, especially if they haven't seen the family member in a long time or something of that nature.
How difficult is this 3-day weekend for many of your clients? Is it something they look forward to, or do people kind of dread when you have celebrations like this?
It all depends on where they are in their recovery. If they're new, then they do have a lot of dread going into this holiday. If they're not, then it's pretty much like a normal holiday for them that they've conquered before.
Dr. Katrina Gary-Forte, Program Director for HCC's Human Services Technology. Do you have a phone number people can reach you at your office, or a website they should go to?
Sure. My phone number in the office is 713-718-2297. And then you can find me at the department at hccs.edu and type in Human Service Technology Department.
Your department, what type of services can students, faculty, and staff, do you work with all of them, and what can they find through you?
So yes, we do have a couple of different tracks you can take on when you come through the department. We have the community health worker, prevention specialist, licensed chemical dependency counselor, and currently we have one associates in human services. However, we are in the planning and prospective plan for a public health associate's degree.
All right. And is it best to make an appointment if someone wanted to talk to you and talk about the different things you have?
We definitely could do that. Our recommendation is to contact the advisor, David Peretta, to just find out more about the process and the program, the process of getting into HCC, and then the program itself. And we're more than happy to speak with anyone that's interested in our department.
Dr. Gary-Forte, we appreciate you joining us this morning. Thanks for being here. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We're going to have all your information. If you didn't get the phone number and the email addresses, we'll have all of that in our social media post after the show. Okay. It is Film Friday, and Lana's got a special guest coming up in 60 seconds. Stay tuned.
I'm not just studying AI, I'm designing solutions to make the world a better place for us all.
I didn't just study buildings, I connected them with tech to make them smarter.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And now on to Tengah Nguyen, Director of HAAPIFEST, the Houston Asian American Pacific Islander Film Festival. Welcome back to the show, Tengah.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So May is Asian American Pacific Islander Month, and we wanted to be sure to have you back to talk about your big annual event, the Houston Asian American Pacific Islander Film Fest. When will it be held? And give us a brief overview of the festival.
Yes, we're very excited to bring a lot of films this year. It will be held May 30th to June 15th with in-person screenings and online screenings. We're showcasing 130 plus films between both of our platforms. The opening night is May 30th, which showcases a film called Third Act. It's about a Japanese American showing respect and tribute to his father, which is Robert Nakamura, is also known as the godfather of Asian American films. He made the very first film in California about the Japanese internment camps. And then he started to become a professor, artist in LA, filmmaker, and just a pioneer in the Asian American culture for the Asian American filmmaking. And another very notable, something very special you guys should attend is our closing night for our live programming, which is June 8th. And let's not get that confused with the whole festival online, right? June 8th is our last film showcasing called The Empathizer, and a comedy showcase called Embarrassed by Night. It is about a Vietnamese American going back to Vietnam and finding his roots and discovering who he is and his discovering a cultural identity. And along the way, he makes fun of himself at the same time with the cultural clashes, the differences of growing up in America versus growing up in Vietnam. And that's why he started the comedy showcase. So that one is really good. And other notable ones, we do have a very sweet one with the Pakistani community, which is Anxious. Is a very cute film. And this one, the director's coming in as well. We have about 12, 13 directors, plus many, many more directors coming in from LA. Overall, we have about 40 to 50 directors coming in between our shorts block and our feature blocks. Oh, and another thing that we're adding this year is called the Texas Filmmakers Block, which is our something special that we're doing for bringing more film to Texas.
Great. So let's talk about opening night. Is this in person? Is it online? Is there a theater folks can go to for the opening night?
Sure. Opening night is May 30th again, and it will be at the DoubleTree Hilton on West Park and Beltway. All of our screenings will be at this hotel, just so that it's very easy for people to get to, and you'd have to buy tickets at haapifest.org for any type of tickets.
Great. So you talked about Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, Pakistani. Now, a lot of folks don't really think about India or Pakistan as Asian American, but it is. It's South Asia. So can you tell us what other ethnicities, Asian ethnicities, are going to be represented as well?
Oh, yes, we do have a film called Sharing Aloha. And that one is this director's coming in from Hawaii. And that one is about the Polynesian culture. And then we do have other films such as uh, um, Brian Yang and a Chinese American organization. I'm sorry, about decathlon. And I'm so sorry about that. About decathlon, which is a decathlete. Other ethnicities is we do have an Iranian Iranian ethnicity, and also a Korean one as well. Yeah, so I guess I don't. Thank you so much.
Wow. Yeah, that's quite an array of ethnicities. So you talked about some Texas filmmakers. Can you tell us a little more about them?
Sure, the Texas filmmakers. So we created this block because we had a lot of submissions from Texas filmmakers and they're coming from like Austin, Dallas, and some of them are actually local filmmakers. Some of them are student filmmakers, and also on top of that, they are new up and coming. As you know, if you guys follow the film, there's a filmmaking. A lot of times we do have Hollywood's trying to bring more film to Texas and just creating more content here. And some so I think it's a really great place right now for Texas filmmaking and just coming out to support what Houston has to offer.
So aside from showing films, there's other things to do at the event. So let's talk about the event itself. It will include workshops such as Lunch and Learns, right?
Yeah, so something very special that we're adding this year is called a Lunch and Learn workshop. So it's a storytelling workshop. So it's about a 3 to 4 hour workshop with a lunch and learn. So you're learning for a couple hours, and we provide lunch for you, and you'll just learn about storytelling, any type of techniques and ways to work on your craft. If you are a Texas filmmaker, Houston filmmaker, if you're already coming in to enjoy the festival, that's something very nice that we are adding. It is on June 7th at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Great. And you'll have meet and greets with some of your filmmakers as well?
Yes, our festival is very nice and different, where we actually provide these things called happy hour, happy hour, so that the meet and greets, it gives everyone an opportunity to meet with the filmmakers and just learn a little bit more about their film, their whatever's, if you need it to just make more connections, networking. And I think that's something very special about our film festival. We provide that space for them, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. You just have to buy the tickets at HAAPIFEST.org, and it comes with our general admissions ticket.
Now, some folks may think that this festival is new, but it's not. It's been around for 20 years or so? Can you tell us a little bit about the history?
Sure. The history of the festival this is our 21st year, and the history of the festival is to document Asian American stories through storytelling, film, art, and music, and any type of art pieces. And we do have, so I think that's like the biggest reason why this film festival started, and it's actually supposed to help. We do it around the Asiatown area because we want everyone to come to our side of town and then just enjoy the food and just explore a little bit of what Asiatown has to offer. And if you guys email me, then we do have student discounts, and I can also email the producers as well, just to get more students to come for the workshop, just the whole festival in itself.
That sounds great. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see some of the Filipino films that are going to be featured.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Well, thank you, Tengah Nguyen, Director of HAAPIFEST, the Houston Asian American Pacific Islander Film Festival. So we'll have your information in our post after the show, so anyone can get a hold of you and get more information on your film festival. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Have a great day.
And coming up after a quick commercial break, Todd and I will return with some news and announcements.
I'm learning healthcare management while providing patient care.
I came back to grow my skills, even after I graduated.
And if I can't make it in person, I take my classes online.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and wrapping up this Friday, we have an exhibition online containing some of our students' art projects and works throughout the semester. This Instagram gallery, though, will only be available online through May the 31st. Check our post after the show, click on the link, and check out some of their works. We've also got Instructional Service Awards happening now as well, Lana.
Yeah, nominations end soon. HCC's deadline for Instructional Services Awards nominations is this month. Therefore, outstanding faculty and instructional services leaders, instructors, and staff. So the deadline to submit nominations is Sunday, June 1st. Check out our post after the show for more information. And Todd, it's that time of year for PEP.
Love it. All right. Absolutely. The year-end review process for 2024-2025 must have PEP documents acknowledged by the end of June. For additional information, visit My HCC for step-by-step instructions. Just to give you an idea, June 1st is the deadline for 9-month full-time faculty and part-time adjunct faculty. And then June 30th is the deadline for 10-month full-time faculty and full-time faculty staff. Look for information in a post after the show to guide you through the steps. And we also have HCC resources online as well.
Yeah, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. It's a great time to check in with yourself to see if you could use some extra support. HCC offers ways to learn more about emotional well-being and to practice self-care while also helping to take care of the important people in your life. So check out our post after the show for more information. And as you said, Todd, it's Memorial Day weekend.
That's right. We're all off on Monday. We have a 3-day weekend, and that means our campuses will be closed and we will have no live version of Up to the Minute on Monday. We'll run a best of. The next one will return on the air along with classes May the 27th, this coming Tuesday. And now is the time to register for not just the summer, but also fall classes.
Yeah, it is time to start thinking about fall classes already. You still have some time to take your summer courses to help stay on track. So as you all know, HCC classes are still offered in a variety of programs, semester lanes, and a range of modalities that include online anytime, online on schedule, hybrid, in-person, and hybrid lab. So to learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, go to hccs.edu/apply.
So as we mentioned, no show on Monday. We return live on Tuesday, and we'll be welcoming our Tasty Tuesday guest, Flippin' Patties. I believe they've been on here before. They will be talking about a Tasty Tuesday tradition. So stay tuned for that. And later next week, we'll feature the Gilbert and Sullivan Society, which is previewing the classic Pirates of Penzance film with Kevin Kline and Linda Ronstadt. Remember that one? Maybe not? Okay. It was back in the 80s, quite a long time ago for some of you. It's happening at the River Oaks Theater. We'll hear all about that next week as well. Thanks for being here. Lana, thanks for stepping in this morning. We look forward to seeing you next week.
That was a pleasure, Todd. Thank you.
All right. Have a great long holiday weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday. Stay safe.